Okay, so let me just record this so we can go back to it later, and then I'll stop recording and we'll take questions, thoughts, comments, objections. The thing is the distributive property. The distributive property is a quick review, and then we'll do some equations. And when we have a situation like this into x plus 6, we distribute into that situation. So we're distributing the variable, the number into the variable and the number. So that's how we do that. If it's 3 into x plus 7, then we can distribute in as well. So that's 3x plus 21. So we're going to transition into the problems that are more like multi-step equations, which is why we have to review that. Let's see. Okay, give me 1 second. So because I just want to make sure we're seeing this, we'll take some questions here shortly. But so the thing about equations is that they actually work in a very similar way to inequalities. And my goal today is to just kind of show you these two at the same time. We are using the Tyler Wallace algebra textbook to go through these problems. This is from chapter 3, and this is from chapter 1 of the beginning and intermediate algebra. But the concepts are going to look very similar. So let me write the notes out, and then we'll go back and discuss. So if we have 3 into x plus 6 is equal to 21, and we have 3 into x plus 6 is less than or equal to 21. So in both cases, the method you're going to use is very similar. You distribute both of them. So you have 3x plus 18 is equal to 21. And in this case, you have 3x plus 18 is less than or equal to 21. So we'll put both of these in our notes. We're literally doing 2 chapters of math at the same time. And then we subtract 18 from both sides. We get 3x is equal to 3. We subtract 18 from both sides. We get 3x is less than or equal to 3. And then we divide by 3. And we do the same here. Okay, I've never really taught these side by side before at the same time, but I think that this is something people should keep in mind. You're using the same muscle to do these problems. So basically, we put it that way. And after we do that, we get x is equal to 1, or we get, in this case, x is less than or equal to 1. In the inequality, you go to a number line. So I'm going to talk to you about the number line in a second. You go to 1, and x is less than or equal to 1. So we're going to talk about the number line in a second. But for the equation, you just say x is equal to 1. You can check your work by substituting 1 in place of x, and you find out that the answer is true. Because 3 into x plus 6 is equal to 21. If you substitute 1 in for x, you get 3 times 7 is equal to 21. So that's what's going on with that equation. Okay, we're going to try one more thing. Let's talk about the number line. Number line. Okay, let's talk about the number line. So this is like a number line. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then -1. Okay, so on a number line, if you're moving to the right, it's more, there's positive there. You're moving to the left, negative. When somebody asks you what is 5 plus 4, essentially, if you're using the number line scenario, you're going from 5, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You get your answer. Okay. And if somebody asks you, what is 5 minus 2? You start from there and you work your way back this way. Okay, so then the answer ends up becoming 3. So that's how we use the number line there. When we did the previous problem and the answer was x is less than or equal to 1, what you do is you go to 1 and you draw a bracket. And then you move to the left. Okay? So you go to the number line, you go to 1, and you go to the left. That leads me to a question we should probably answer. But before we do that, let's go ahead and look at a couple of examples of just equations. So if we have a situation like this, we distribute the 3. We have 12x and 72. We subtract 12 from both sides. We get 3x is equal to, you have 12x, and then in this case plus 60. Now it gets interesting. Well, we have to use integers. We subtract 12x from both sides. We subtract 12x from both sides. And then, give me 1 second. So basically, if we subtract 12x from both sides, we get negative 9x is equal to 60. Then you divide both sides by negative 9. Negative 9x is equal to 60 divided by negative 9. And now we have, if we have 60 over 9, we have to simplify both of these. It becomes 20, negative 3. And in this case, we stop there. Now, if you were doing, oh, sorry, let's go back. If you have to finish writing the notes. So I want to encourage you, when you go to math, one of the first things you want to do is make sure you have your pens, your pencils. So have your pencils, your pens and paper, and write the date. And then I'll give you the topic. And then you just start writing the notes. And we'll write the notes. You have more time to look at examples. And then you'll do some practice problems later. That's fine. Okay, so let's go to this for a second. Okay, so let's do a quick review. This is a quick review. Okay, I'm going to give us a few quick questions here. So we're going to have 25, actually 252 divided by 18. I would like us to simplify. So I just want to make sure that when you get your answer, you know how to simplify it. So that's 252 divided by 18, and then 113 divided by 3, and then the last one, 27 divided by 15. See if you can simplify these in record time, and then we'll keep going from there. So let me just stop this here. And we'll go from there.